Want to bring in now Georgia Republican Congressman Doug Collins. He is heading up President Trump's recount efforts in the state, and he's working on these the runoff elections. I want to ask you about last night's debate because I watched the Loeffler-Warnock debate. I didn't watch the Ossoff debate where he debated, I guess, just by himself. How do you think that went last night for Loeffler? Did she accomplish what you wanted her to accomplish in terms of labeling Raphael Warnock as a radical leftist?
She did, and it's good to see. By the way, Ossoff lost to himself, so we'll leave that at that, even debating himself. But Kelly Loeffler did exactly what she needed to do last night, and that was to show, or attempt to show, because he avoided it as much as he possibly could, how left Raphael Warnock is. He doesn't want the people of Georgia to realize how much he has bought into the leftist agenda of the New Green Deal and takeover of our healthcare system, and diminishing our police and our military and the things that he said. Look, he just does not want any people, and it showed last night in one question when he was asked about, do you think that the courts ought to be packed? This is a senator who wants to be a senator who would have a vote on this. He said, I haven't even thought about it. Look, nobody believes that. He has thought about it. What he knows is his advisors have told him he can't talk about it because if he says no, the progressives will get mad at him. If he says yes, then it'll reveal who he really is. And I think Kelly did a great job doing that last night.
Another thing that crossed my mind is, do you think that David Perdue made a better choice in choosing not to debate last night?
Well, look, David Perdue has debated John Ossoff twice before, and it was just a constant. If John Ossoff was talking, he was basically telling stories and lies. So I mean, for David, he's already presented. He's already presented his case. He's already been out there. And last night, again, it was just another chance for 30 minutes to see softball questions thrown to someone who has radical views, and he continues to espouse them. I think last night he had even problems doing that, convincing people of who he is. So I think it was a choice that really highlighted, though, the fact that Senator Loeffler and Warnock had never debated each other one-on-one, and I think that was a good thing to see. And so I think the spotlight was where it should have been.
Logistically, in terms of getting out the vote, how do you think you're stacking up against the Democrats right now? From what I've heard, this is a presidential level effort on the Republican side of things, trying to cut into any sort of early lead that the Democrats might have for those January 5th votes.
It is. It's a great turnout. I mean, Ron McDaniel with the RNC is doing a great job of providing resources. David Schaefer with the Georgia GOP getting that out. The campaigns are working hard at doing this. Look, this is the wake-up call, knowing that Georgia holds the key. If we want to continue to see the economy do well, we want to see the government that we've had for the last 4 years and putting businesses first, our military first, then we've got to keep these two seats. So, yes, it's been an effort down here in all corners. Now it's just a matter of having to work through the holidays and make sure that people turn out. I will say this to every Trump voter, every conservative voter in Georgia, those who voted for me and everybody else. You owe it. It's an obligation to get back out and vote for Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue, because we cannot let the Senate go to Chuck Schumer and Bernie Sanders and others. This is something that has to happen. So I'm out encouraging. This has been a difficult, long election year, but everybody has to return to the polls, especially on our side, to make sure that this happens.
Certainly in Georgia, it is the never-ending election year, and it will even go into the next year. Doug Collins, appreciate you being on the show. We'll stay in touch.
All right. Take care, Dana.